Hi everyone, I'm here for today's video journal, and I want to talk about an assignment I got from one of my editors, and just going to kind of summarize. Basically, I'm supposed to share my thoughts and experiences on having just opened a business and then adapting to a pandemic, and talk about some of the insight I see into what other business owners are experiencing as well. Try to be positive, but realistic, and yeah, kind of share what my experience has been over the past couple weeks. So I thought I would hash out my ideas a little bit live for this daily journal. And what I'm seeing is resilience, and I'm seeing the uh, businesses that are led by disruptors, disrupting. They're doing what they do. Entrepreneurs are very adaptable and like to take risks, and just innately are risk takers. So you're seeing businesses figure it out, making their offerings online, offering something that specifically helps during this time. I talked about Biscuit Head yesterday, I think, on Instagram, and they have a fried chicken and biscuit kit. So they just give you a big old tray. You've got 8 pieces of chicken, 6 biscuits, hot sauce, bottle of hot sauce, honey, jalapeno, their little jalapeno honey, slaw, and a little vat of their, delicious creamy chicken gravy. So, how wonderful to pick that up and take that home, no dishes that night, and feeds everybody really 2 meals. I'm for like a family of 4. So, just people innovating in the moment. And that's what we're seeing from all kinds of industries, from all kinds of backgrounds. We're seeing restaurants innovate. We're seeing, a lot of online content. People are kind of shaking off any of their fears and worries around creating videos or creating digital content, and focusing on content marketing, and people are going for it. One of our contacts that we know, who's done some catering for us and actually catered our grand opening, Rising Moon Wellness, they are posting some videos, some cooking videos, and embracing that side, because we all are so busy when we're doing our regular thing. And so we always push content to the side, or we think it's not as important as this. But what we're seeing now is we have to create online content. We have to focus on content marketing, because there's nothing else right now. There's no in-person things. There's no, you know, ways to really interact with people as we might otherwise. So it's really forcing a lot of people to take stock in building content, and building content helps you build the right community. So it's really lovely to see that happening, and see brands taking this as an opportunity to grow to the next level, because if they can get through this and they can navigate this storm and figure it out and stay afloat, and then when things get more back to normal, or the new normal, they'll have diversified their income streams. They'll have reached new fans and followers, and people that are going to be part of their community forever, and brand advocates. um, that's what's really exciting. You're just seeing these brands and then communities forming, and it's becoming a support system. Everybody's talking about supporting local. Everybody wants to see all the local businesses bounce back from this. We don't want to see any of our favorite places shut down because of this. So there's just a really strong sense of, let's get back to our roots, right? We shop, we could pretty much buy anything we need here, right here in Asheville, from a local maker or artisan or producer, um, service person, whatever it is. You know, it's always bothered me that, like Explore Asheville, for example, they don't use a local marketing partner. They have outsourced in the past to, places in Texas. And, um, you know, why not use local as much as you can, no matter how big or small you are? Use local vendors, support local. And of course, they do in a million ways, and they're wonderful. But, it's an opportunity. This is an opportunity to analyze your business from top to bottom. What can you improve upon? How can you become more efficient and more productive? How can you, you know, make sure you're using local vendors as much as possible? What what tweaks can you make in your business? What are some brand new ideas that you can work on and, build a campaign around? Okay, fine, you can't do a live event or anything person to person for 60 days. Well, what are you going to do in 60 days? What events can you put on the calendar to look ahead and plan for and build campaigns around? So I'm kind of all over the place of thinking about my own business and then thinking about brands, but that's kind of what I do. I help, build brands and think about all the touch points and really put the users first. That user experience is what I see as like the brand experience. And how do you make that user experience the best it possibly can? Well, that's what we're seeing come out of this. We're seeing brands, really show their values and um, their hearts and their passion. And, you just like everybody, they're scrambling to figure it out. So it's been really touching seeing the support for not only the local businesses amongst themselves, but locals advocating to, support these guys as long as they're open, as long as they're still able to, provide a service or product for us. So, yeah, that's some stuff I'm thinking about. And for our business, big pivot. We're an event center that can't hold events. So we're completely focused on finding our community. And we're finding our community through, of course, all the different social media channels. But we're also looking inward and, what kind of content do we want to create? What resources do people need? How do we deliver those in a bunch of different formats so that people can consume it the way they want to? So some people want to consume via video, some want to do audio, some want workbooks, some want, some kind of daily prompt, some want really hands-on, some want DIY, So what are all the different ways that we can chop up our knowledge and expertise and disseminate that in different ways? So, that's where we are with our business. But it really goes back to, again, like, we're trying to find fellow disruptors, and entrepreneurials are always, you know, uh, amazing disruptors. And trying, even, I've talked about before, it could be as simple as, here's a cupcake store, here's a cupcake store. Well, how is one more successful than the other if they are both delicious and, you know, people love the product itself? Well, what's the difference? Well, the different brand creates a community around itself and, aligns with causes, aligns with people, you know, gives back to the community constantly that they're building, shows that they care, give back locally, has, works on their personal brand too, and getting their self out there. So yeah, you're seeing that happen a lot more, and people realizing that in this day and age, everything would just be transparent and, always just thinking about how it, we're serving our community. How are we serving our community? Because if we're serving them well, we're never really having to sell. We're not really having to, beg or, you know, um, have some ridiculous 50% off kind of, offer or something like that. Instead, it's your particular flavor, your particular brand, your particular um, impact on the community that you can have. And just sharing that and sharing your journey. Everybody's trying to figure it out, especially now. We're all trying to figure out how to manage all this, what's best, and how to come out the other side, hopefully better and stronger. as people and as businesses. So, um, yeah, I think that that's what one of the things that influenced me to release my first e-course for Creative Hub Studios, which is describing exactly how we built our brand in 30 days, because we have a good base now. We have a great foundation. People know what to expect from us. People know what kind of content we're going to share. People know what we're about. People understand, the path we're headed towards and where we would like to go. And, we keep sharing that vision of, where we want to get to and how we want to serve this community and how we want to serve artists and support them and support entrepreneurs and, just help people grow and create these sustainable businesses that they can build a life around that they love. So that's kind of our goal, and this is one of the ways I thought that could be helpful to people that are trying to figure it out, and how are they either going to build their brand stronger during this time by really producing a ton of great content for their community, and answering a lot of questions, and um, just being a good brand, and also to encourage everybody to take a hard look at your brand, take a hard look at all the places that people touch your brand, whether it's email, whether it's whatever, and um, is it a good experience? Is it an experience you would want to have with a brand? And if it's not, then this is the perfect time to tweak your processes and your systems and figure out a better way. So I think, going back to the original thought of how are people coping, it's forcing sometimes, but also allowing for the time for people to do some of the things they've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to launch a podcast forever, and now I finally have done it. I've been wanting to do a daily video blog. Now I'm doing it. So ways you can build your brand and your business during this off time is what I'm seeing, what we're focused on, and then what I'm seeing a lot of brands do. Some people are going to remember brands that stepped up during this time, brands that, put humans first instead of the bottom line, and, really come across as compassionate and caring and real during this time. So I think Asheville, the business community is doing a great job. And I would say, keep it up and keep innovating and keep disrupting. Who's to say there's not going to be a ton of different ways and better ways to do things because of going through this and being forced to, pivot and really look at that long-term vision. What's the long-term visions for your business and how do you get there? This is a great time to plan for that versus the day by day usually grind. We've got the time to think big and then work backwards from that. What are steps you take now? And you're seeing brands do that. You're seeing brands take steps to strengthen their business, or, approach their business a different way, or figure out that maybe this isn't the right business for them. Maybe it is time to, um, think about a new path, and that's okay too. So it's just that we're all taking stock, and you can tell that people are really being thoughtful and reflective, and figuring out what's best for them and their business, and kind of taking a check and really taking a pause to see if it's still their dream and what they want to be doing. And that goes for people that are working for another company organization and not entrepreneurs. Does this spark more entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial ideas, and what are we going to see in that terms, not just the businesses closing but the businesses that open out of this time? That could be really exciting and powerful, and people will hopefully do it right from the get-go, because they're really excited about it, and they figure there's no time better than now to do it. So maybe some really passionate passionate, heart and soul focused businesses are going to blossom out of this. And the great businesses that already exist, they're going to figure it out, because that's why we love them and that's why they're a great business. So that's my thoughts for today. And like I said, I'll try to jump on here every day for at least 10 or 15 minutes or so. And please send me your questions, comments, thoughts. You can reach me, in the comments here or on Twitter, Chandra Russell, SHAWNDRARUSSELL. And yeah, I'll be checking that for quick conversations and back and forth. And that's an easy way to reach me. So best of luck, and, just do the best you can today. I'm really trying to create a list of just 4 or 5 things I need to get done absolutely that day. And then everything else is just bonus, because I could make a list of 25 things to do every day and overwhelm myself and always feel like I'm not doing enough. But if I do 5 solid things, this is one of them today, I'll check that off the list and feel good about that. So, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be kind to your business right now. And, just be looking for the opportunity under every rock and every path and every any and everything that's kind of drawing you in. Listen to that intuition. Where can you go? Where can this path take you, personally and professionally? So yeah, today felt really rambly and I was kind of all over the place, but I hope that if you watch this, helps you on your journey as you're navigating all this. So thanks, y'all.